Good day to everyone. I'm Mom Jovi. This video talks about radio button, its various attributes, and I will as well demonstrate the process of creating it. What is radio button? The radio button form control allows the user to select one and only one choice from a group of predetermined items. Each radio button in a group is given the same name, attribute, and a unique value attribute. Because the name attribute is the same, the elements are identified as part of a group by the browser and only one may be selected. Common radio buttons attributes are the following. We have the attribute type, its value is radio. The purpose is it configures radio button. Next, the attribute name, value, alphanumeric, no spaces, begins with a letter. Purpose, names the form element so that it can be easily accessed by client-side scripting languages or by server-side processing. The ID attribute, the value alphanumeric, no spaces, begins with a letter. The purpose. It provides a unique identifier for the form element. Value attribute. Value, it could be text or numeric characters. The purpose, it assigns a value to the radio button that is triggered. When the radio button is selected, there should be a unique value for each radio button in a group. The disabled attribute, the value disabled, the purpose. The form control is disabled. The read-only attribute, the value, read-only. The purpose, the form control is for display, cannot be edited. Next, the autofocus attribute, the value, autofocus, the purpose. HTML5 attribute browser places cursor in the form control and sets the focus. Required attribute, the value, required, the purpose, HTML attribute browser verifies entry of information before submitting the form. The access key attribute, its value, it is a keyboard character. The purpose, it configures a hotkey for the form control. The tab index, the value, it is a numeric value. The purpose, it configures the tab order of the form control. Okay, let's start. I have here a file named radio.demo.html. As you can see, it has no content. So I'll be putting the content. Okay, so I'll be using heading 2 to display. Select your favorite web browser. Select your favorite web browser. Okay, so let's save and then there you go. Okay, let us configure this. I will go live so that I will no longer refresh. I'll just launch this one, go live server. It's not yet working. One more time. There you go, 127.0.1 go live server. I can now start creating my source code. So to start, I'm going to create a radio button for now. I'll just leave the action blank because the purpose of this tutorial is just only to create the radio button. So I'll be putting here input and then I'll be encoding rather select the default type as you can see. If you're not going to change it, it's text box, right? It's text. The text box appears. So if I am going to customize this and put radio, look at that. There you go. It turns into a radio button. Say, I'll just copy this one just to demonstrate. Okay. So when you are going to create radio button, you need some. Okay, there are two. When I select, I cannot, I can select all, or I can select the two check boxes rather. So I'll go back and I'll add the name attribute. So the name attribute must be the same. So fab browser. So the same for the first and the second radio button. So if you have five options, five radio button, they must share the same name. But for the ID and value, it must be unique. Okay. So now you can see this one is added. I can now select one. Okay. Isa na lang. Pwede nating piliin na lang. Kanina, hindi. Pinipili niya lahat. Dire-diretso. Hindi siya nag-uncheck, kumbaga. Okay. So I'll be putting here the ID. So the ID here is unique. Dapat hindi niya pagkakaparehas. So I'll be displaying the first option. The first option is Google Chrome. So I'll be using the ID Fabco and then space. For the value is Google Chrome. Yan, Google na lang. And then here, for the label, as you can see, wala pa yung makita. Gagamit tayo dito ng label to display Google Chrome. I'll just hit the enter key. I'll use the label tag. And for the for, okay. Sabi niya, when you say, look at this, okay, when you hover, nawala yung ano, when nag-hover. So the name must be ID. Same as the ID. It must be Fab. Oh, same as the ID. Fab Go. And then I'll put here Google Chrome. Yan, oh. The label element represents a caption in a user interface. The caption can be associated with a specific form element as labeled. Okay, you can see this one. The MD in reference. So I'll put Google. Oh, not there, sorry. Fabco, it must be between. Yan, yan. Google Chrome. Okay? Yan. Let's check it out. Ayun na siya. Right? And then, I will be adding a BR tag here to display this on the next line. Okay, and then let's add here the name as well. Let's give the ID and the value, rather. ID is equal to, since this is Mozilla Firefox, okay, FabMoz. So FabMoz, and then for the value is Mozilla, value is equal to Mozilla. And then for the label, Mozilla Firefox. And label, Mozilla Firefox. So the ID is FabMoz. FabMoz. And then for the label, between the label tag, Mozilla Firefox. Okay? Yan. Yan. Mozilla Firefox. Okay? So there you go. As you can see, here is the first radio button. This is the second. When we want to add more, gusto pa nating dagdagan, sige, dagdagan natin. I'll just copy this one and change the name together with the label. I'll be adding, so the different web browsers, I'll add Microsoft Edge. So name Fab browser, Fab Edge, Fab Edge. For the value, I'll put Microsoft, 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 and then I'll customize this. It must be the same for the ID. It's Fab Edge. So this will become Fab Edge. And then we will be putting here Microsoft Edge, Microsoft Edge. Okay. So I forgot something. I forgot to add BR here so that it will fall On the next line, there you go. Okay, I have here the three options. It's the first, the second. So you can only select one in what do you call this one? Radio button, one option. Okay, to continue, I will be customizing this by adding a field set. So I'll put the field set here. Okay, field set. So there is a closing of the field set tag. I'm going to cut this and put it here. It must be before the closing of the form tag. Yan. And let's put it here. Okay, field set, and then let's put legend here. Okay, the legend tag, legend. I'll, instead of putting it here, I'll just copy this because I am going to change later on the heading to content. Okay? So, yan. Dito ko siya lalagay. Sa gitna. Yan. Okay. Since hindi tayo naka-go live, let's go live. Yan. There you go. And nakita nyo, it groups the elements. So, it groups, ginugroup niya yung mga radio buttons. Of course, this one will be modified. Let's save the radio buttons. Right? Then, the radio, sample radio button. Sample radio button. Okay, let's try to use some of its attribute. Let's say when I put here disabled, look what will happen. Disabled is the value is disabled. So what it does is it disabled the current. Let's say when you put it here dito, this one will be disabled. Lalagay natin siya here. Okay, let's put it here and then so I have disabled. This is the attribute and the value disabled. Okay, disabled. Let's check it out. Yun. You can see, ayan na, nag-update, naka-go live tayo na disabled na siya. Of course, you're not going to disable this. This is only for demonstration. This will depend rather on the program you're about to create. Does it need to be disabled or not? Tanggalin natin to and then let's try checked. Checked. So by default, the check attribute, by default, if you selected as check is equals to check, ayun na, na-check na siya, is equals to check. So, yan, naka-check na siya kaagad. Diba? Okay. So, I am going to remove this one. This is just only to demonstrate. Tanggalin ko yung check. Tignan nyo. Tanggalin natin yung check just to see. Yan, nawawala na yung check niya. Okay? Yan, wala na siya. Okay? If this video helps you, please click like, share, and subscribe. See ya on my next video.